Throughout history, our planet has gone through climate change multiple times. In fact, the planet is always changing slowly. For the first time, we experience dramatic climate change and vast extinction of biodiversity. This short documentary will look at future climate patterns and its effect on crop production and future food security. This graph illustrates the percentage of undernourished people around the world, highest being in Africa and Asia. The colors are in red. This is a tilled soil, but as you can see, it's exposed to sun, so it's getting dry and just deteriorating. It's farming practices like this, broadacre farming, that's gonna be even worse.
It is very crucial that future crops of our productions have genetic ergonomic innovations to better cope with future climate predictions. In Australia we have very harsh environment, hence it's the most variable climate in the world. We definitely need better seasonal forecasting in order for us to optimize our fertilization processes so we can take advantage of the rainfall as it falls due to rising temperatures within this harsh climate. Our predictions indicate that by 2030, the wheat and crop production within Australia will drop by 29%. That is more than a quarter, ladies and gentlemen.
Temperature recordings between late 1800s and 2010 indicate local global temperatures are rising. From 2000 to 2010 in Wagga Wagga, temperatures have increased by 1 degrees. Annual rainfall stayed consistently variable, but a large number of years with less rainfall, globally and locally. This is a projection of ecological footprint of each country. As you can see, the poorer countries like Africa in green coloring are more sustainable than the richer countries in red, like America. This is because the countries in red have a higher consumption per capita. After researching other scientists' studies, I believe that Dr. Anwar's solutions are very short-sighted and temporary. His idea to invest in GMO cropping technologies for drought-tolerant and faster growth and weather forecasting, while still continuing chemical fertilization and pest controls, are what I feel narrow-minded solutions. There are many highly credible researchers that are experts in other fields but are directly related to future food security.
3 P's need to be considered. They are people, place and profit. When we're looking at the profit, that's looking at the economy of the country. Agriculture has contributed to 60% of economy from export markets alone, and it provides 11,000 jobs to the workers in that industry. Before the Industrial Revolution, people grew food in their backyards. There was more diverse a range of vegetation, swapping foods, and there was more nutrition flowing amongst the community. During the Industrial Revolution, monoculture style systems were put in to harvest all at the same time by using giant machinery, so more yield can be obtained. But this has impacted on the soil over the years. For the future, if crop yields drop, that means less money will come into the economy. For the people, food security is going to be the major problem. As crop yields go down, malnutrition increases, and food scarcity increases, there's going to be a lot more stress in the society, there's going to be a lot more hunger in the world, and there's going to be more nutrient deficiencies, especially with the growing population. Right now we are at 6.9 billion. In 2050 we're expected to reach 9.8 billion. And for the environment, the place, you can already see the impact that it has done. In the last 100 years, 50% of our trees has been cut down. That's for industrial agriculture. Industrial agriculture is the largest contribution of greenhouse gases and pollution into the air. That's higher than transport. Investment into polyculture, which is diversification of plants growing together, companion planting. Dense food, you're gonna need nutrient dense soil.